lie. Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive to do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look. Sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to wait. Jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb, came out of my mama with some.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Brings up second and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hines, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at very...
And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
31-yard line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 41, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run forward with Breida, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. That's 22. That's 22.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
We go.
DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Bengals 17. Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 22.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
The pass.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
At the 17-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 22. Mike 22. Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 22.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, here's the option. Going quickly out to the right side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mike 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Third down, a run from Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
8-yard pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike. Red, yellow. Like 22.
Tua now on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Like 22, he's coming. All day, baby, all day. Like 22, like 22.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
22, Mike 22. No chance. Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike. Check back. Green Jack. Hey, you. Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready. 22 is coming. 22 steal. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mark 22, Mark 22.
Here's Tua. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two, you got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike, Mike. That's right, baby.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, creep. Slow. No.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Raiders.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Yellow. Zoom. Mike 22. Mike 22.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter.
Get off the field. Mike 22. Mike 22.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
7-yard line.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Go, Pete. 22. I don't think you got it, son. Like 22.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going right Right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
2 to throw again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bengals 37, Raiders 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. And a Raider first down.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Breida. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Drop it.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Chark, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
I'm letting you know, right? Like 22.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Bengals.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
3-yard line.
2 and now on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner, minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
1-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
This is Hines. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mike 22. Mike 22.
Tua going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Bring it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mike 22.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
The pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ed Oliver in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, this is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They run again with Hines. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of 4 yards.
Tua on 4th down.
And goal.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off down at the 2. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
Head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big.